Well, it is that time again where we sit down and look at some comments from the Zombies community in another episode of I Asked Zombies Players. Yes, this is a series now, okay? I've really enjoyed doing this. And last week I asked the question of what are all of your thoughts on Outbreak mode in Cold War Zombies? A lot of you dropped some comments, so I'm going to be reading some of them. And if you want a chance of your comment being featured in the next one, then keep an eye on my community tab on my channel, because I'll be making a community post asking a certain question and requesting comments, and there you will be able to give your opinion. And I may also ask the question in another Zombies video, so stay tuned for that. Ever since Outbreak came out, a lot of people have had a lot of things to say about it, and so I was actually really looking forward to asking this question. Kicking us off today, this is going to be a comment from Last of Us, and they say, Outbreak is okay. You know what, that's probably how a lot of people feel. It's nothing groundbreaking by no means, it's not awful either, it's just okay right now, and hopefully we're going to get some more updates for it. Adam Bowley, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong by the way, says, I truly enjoy Outbreak as an alternate game mode for zombies. However, I'm sure I'm not alone when I say it gets stale pretty fast. All this to say, new objectives, more side quests, i.e. the dragon, etc. And I'm just spitballing here, but what if it were possible to build a jetpack of sorts that has a cooldown function? Just a thought. Adam, you are definitely not alone when you say that Outbreak can get stale pretty fast, because believe me, from experience and from other comments I've read, yeah, this seems to be a thing that the majority of the community feel right now. And the jetpack sounds amazing. That would be so cool. I actually pitched an idea similar to this in the video I did talking about Outbreak and what could make it better. I pitched an idea of a wonder weapon that is traversal based, similar to the paralyzer on Buried, and so I think this really goes to show that we just want a bit more easier traversal, because these maps are huge. Our next comment comes from Dazen. They say, I love the concept of an open zombies experience, and it is very replayable and fun for me at least, but there needs to be more side Easter eggs like in Gorod Krovi, where there were so many different things to do and could make each game feel different. And to anyone who knows Attack on Titan, for traveling around the map, have a wonder weapon similar to the ODM gear to zip around and have a wonder weapon as well. Oh my god, as someone who loves Attack on Titan, this would just be so amazing. Imagine ODM gear. You would just be zipping around, just absolutely slaying panzers and zombies, and it would be crazy. Not even the thick boy megatons would be safe from ODM gear. I think that would be so cool. First we have jetpacks, now we have ODM gear. You guys need to stop making me want things we probably won't get in Outbreak. But I definitely agree that there needs to be more to do on Outbreak as well. That's what seems to make a lot of people drop off from it. Slal1968 says, I mean, it looks fun, I'd love to play it, but I'm broke, so I'm flat out of luck for playing it till the game is dead. I hope that one day you can play Outbreak as well as just the rest of Cold War Zombies. Everyone pray for our boy Slal. Tactical Weeb, what an amazing name, comes in with the comment saying, Outbreak is very boring to me. I feel like it overstayed its welcome, and its inclusion feels like it's taking resources away from the normal round-based maps. The only reason I play it is for the intel and fast weapon XP, both at which are capped out for me. It either needs a massive dump of new and unique content, or just be left behind for newer experiences in zombies. What a mic drop moment at the end there. I feel as though this comment definitely has some truth to it. I mean, with the inclusion of Outbreak, it's like the new kid on the block, and I feel like it's scaring a lot of the community because of Treyarch's openness about how much content they want to put into it, and it's making a lot of people think, well, how much content and resources are going to get put into the new zombies maps, especially considering that the newest one could be delayed for like, I think it's another 2 seasons or until like season 4. Regardless, it's a long time to be waiting for our usual round-based maps, and if Treyarch are putting more time into Outbreak and giving it more content, then logically that does mean that there is less time and resources being put into the new round-based zombies maps. So on the one hand, I think you will get your quote-unquote massive dump of new and unique content, although maybe it won't be all in one dump, it might be several dumps. Just realised saying it out loud, it sounds like I'm talking about Treyarch shitting or something. But as for the traditional round-based maps, I feel as though Treyarch have something up their sleeves, but honestly I really don't know what they could be doing or how they will turn out. Your Sensei comments, just like everything in Cold War, it has zero replayability. Damn, people are going so hard on this, like people are not going easy on it at all. Which, to be fair, I'm not gonna act like I don't understand. Cold War Zombies, especially Outbreak, has been very hit or miss with some people, and if you played it a lot from when Outbreak first came out, I can understand why there just isn't much replayability anymore. But oh my god, some of you guys pulled no punches. Kill Will is the next commenter, and he said that the objectives in Outbreak should be missions for a zombie story mode, not what it is now. They had to fill the maps with an insane amount of bosses just to make it semi-challenging, because open world zombies would be too easy without them. To be fair, in Outbreak there is a lot of mini-boss spam from a lot of objectives and things. They will just constantly just spam mini-bosses at you, so I understand why this is an issue. Like, one minute there'll be a panzer, then dogs will spawn in, then there'll be goddamn tempests everywhere, and it gets a little crazy, and more bosses just keep coming, and it can feel a little spammy sometimes. So, and all of that will be happening as I'm just like on my way to get a chest, so it can feel very ridiculous sometimes. Oh, we also still want a zombie story mode. Come on Treyarch, just break and cave in and just give us one. V Hydra is our next commenter, and they say it's fun, but it gets repetitive after a few playthroughs, even with friends, I find. Whilst I do agree with this, I think with friends it does make the experience a little bit better, but even then it definitely just does start getting repetitive, and I feel like that's when you have to try and find ways to switch up the gameplay a little bit. But hopefully Outbreak is going to be getting some more interesting content soon, and then you and the boys will be able to hop back on and have a good time. But let's just pay our respects for Hydra the homie. I hope you can find more replayability in Outbreak. Connor dropped a comment saying, I don't enjoy it really. It was fun for a bit, but the novelty of a big map wears off pretty quickly when it lacks focus or interesting gameplay mechanics. I think if they had allowed larger teams instead of just 4, it would actually justify the larger spaces. And oh my god, I feel like this comment just absolutely hits the mark, because the big maps are really flashy and cool and stuff, and the idea of just having all of this space to train zombies in and just explore is great, but if there's not enough to fill that map, then like Connor said, that novelty really does wear off very quick. And once again, it's back to Outbreak just needing even more content. And I really wish we had larger teams than 4 as well. Let us have like 8 players or something. It would make for some wacky hijinks. Up next is a comment from Reven Brown, and they say, hate it, it's not Call of Duty Treyarch Zombies, it doesn't feel like it at all. And when they focus on that, they're ignoring actual zombies content. And maybe ignoring is a bit of a harsh term, but I really understand the scary feeling that Outbreak is now the golden child and the main focus underneath Treyarch's spotlight. And yeah, Outbreak can also feel a little disconnected from the usual Treyarch Zombies style. Although it feels more like Zombies than Onslaught does, that just feels very strange. Akiba's Beat Fan 24 says, very interesting name by the way, I honestly hate Outbreak. I don't hate it because it's bad, really it is very good and can be very fun. I hate it because it does not make up for the lack of original round-based zombies maps. We know at the minimum there will be a 2-season gap between DLC 1 and DLC 2. 2 seasons! When it released, it was very lackluster with not much to do, and even though they're updating and adding stuff to Outbreak, I find that it's too big, too slow, and there's nothing special or interesting about the maps themselves, because they're just dirty bomb maps that have been ported to zombies. When Outbreak is finally completed, it might be one of the greatest modes / maps in zombies history, but for the time being, it does not make up for the fact that we still only have 2 round-based maps after almost half a year since the game's release. Just my thoughts. I think this is is a really fair and honest look at the way Outbreak is right now, and I couldn't agree with this comment more. And I definitely can't help but agree with the fact that it's not because it isn't fun, it's more just because there isn't enough right now in the game for it to be able to excel. Lord Craig Dragneel says that Outbreak is boring, no personality, it is not original COD Zombies where the zombies run after you and chase you, instead you chase them. This is why you can play any other zombies game instead of Outbreak. It has almost nothing that made COD Zombies unique. I don't think bringing in new maps could make me like the mode because every map feels empty, or the Easter egg, which is going to be as easy as Firebase Z's Easter egg, and no one is going to do it again. What I think would have been a good Warzone Zombies is this. Take Transit, put 4 teams on it, and let them survive. So a player versus environment. This would be minimal effort, and in my opinion would be much better than Outbreak. If you want to make it better, then you can make a unique map and put extra things on the map. Whenever PvP VE game modes get recommended, I always think of Grief mode, but combining Warzone with zombies, which is kind of what they were going for with Outbreak, would just be so good. If they added that extra PvP just to really keep people on their toes, it would be so fun. And you can bet your sweet Park skin that it would get more Warzone players on zombies. Also, we need Grief mode back. I repeat, we need Grief mode back. And finishing us off with the last comment today, this comes from TrixX, and they say it's Warzone Zombies. And yes, it is. And that's basically the way you can describe Outbreak, but god damn it, I just want some of that PvP in there as well. So in conclusion, I think Outbreak's standing with a lot of the community, because believe me, I've seen it goes way further than just these comments I've picked out, is very mixed. But I think if there's one thing we all want, it's that we want Outbreak to just be better than it already is. And from the way things are going right now with Cold War Zombies, it seems like Outbreak really is going to have its time to shine soon. I think we just all want more stuff added into Outbreak. And before I finish the video off here, I just want to say thank you everybody who has been commenting. I've really enjoyed reading them all, and I've enjoyed doing this video, and so keep an eye out on the channel. Like I said, I'm going to be asking more questions, hoping to hear your feedback with more zombies related topics. Thank you all for commenting once again. It's been an absolute pleasure, and that has been what zombies players think of Outbreak. If you enjoyed it, be sure to smash the like button, comment any thoughts you have on Outbreak down below, we can keep the discussion going, and most importantly, only a very small percentage of people are even subscribed to the channel. So if you've made it this far or you've been enjoying the content, then subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell too to stay notified whenever I upload. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. So a PvP... damn it. So a PvP